Right, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. This lighting, I can't figure it out. It's like really weird, but it's probably because I've got like my grow light there. But I'm going to be doing a Begonia Collection video today, which I don't think I've done a Begonia Collection video before. But before I do that, I just want to update you all with the Fripp situation. I have inspected thoroughly, like every other day after since applying the neem oil, and so far I can see absolutely no traces of anything. I haven't found any other Fripps, no larvae, no eggs. So fingers crossed I nipped it in the bud, because I did just throw out the plants. Well, I threw out the plants that were most severely infected, because to me it wasn't worth losing my entire collection. So I just thought, no, get rid of it, like go. I can always replace those plants that I got rid of, but so far so good. And I've managed to, like, I believe because the Begonia Black Fang was like quite badly infected, but I didn't want to get rid of it, so I kept it quarantined away, and I sprayed it multiple times, and now the actual plant itself is suffering. Like the leaves, I'll show you in a second and you'll see what I mean, but the leaves have kind of taken a bit of a turn for the worst, but there's no insects on there at all, so that is good. So yeah, I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna like turn the camera around and show close-ups of the begonias, and I also have like some really exciting news, but I'm not gonna say anything this video, although there's like kind of a clue. But I'm not going to mention anything in this video. So one of my next upcoming videos is going to be quite exciting news, so I'll just leave that there. But let's get on with this Begonia collection, because they're all doing really, really well. Right, so first up we've got my Connie Boswell. This is actually doing like really nicely. It's coloured up really nicely, and some of the leaves were damaged in transit when I bought it, but other than that it's kind of looking pretty good. So you can just see like the coloration. It's got the really vibrant like pink in there, which is not like standing out too much. Well, it's like you can see it in the center of the leaves. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but it's just looking lovely, and it's not declined at all. Oh, and there is a new growing point at the bottom here with a new leaf coming up, so that's really cool. So then it's going to have actual like 3 actual growing stems. So that's the first one, doing really nicely. And then next up we have the Curly Fireflush. This one has picked up so much over the past few week or two, and his leaves aren't curled anymore, and he's actually looking pretty nice. As I mentioned before, he did lose his his newest leaf, but since then he looks like he's recovering quite nicely, and he looks like there's a couple of new leaves starting to come up in there. So under this lighting you can really see the red coloration in the hairs, and you can see the underside of the leaf just looks lovely with that light coming through it. So it's doing really nice. I'm glad he's doing okay, but I have found that the ones that I've left the cells on, I feel like I've mentioned this in a previous video, the ones that I left the cells on took longer to bounce back. And then we have my Begonia Listada here, which is still doing something, not sure what it is. Oh, there was a fungus gnat on my thumb. There's another one there. Right, anyway. He's doing okay. He's not grown massively, but he's got his little like proliferation going on here, so I'm not expecting too much growth from him. Like, yeah, look, you see this leaf here. That's one stem and it's got 2 leaves on it. So that is just, this plant is never gonna really grow properly from this point. If I try, I could potentially try and propagate it at a later date to get a bit better of a growth habit, but I like him, he's unique. Right, and then I have my rescued begonias, which are looking absolutely lovely. If I try and put it down so you can see without shaking, the coloration on this is amazing, and it's growing back quite quickly, and the leaves are getting large. Let me try and hold it still, my hands are just shaking. The coloration on that is so nice. I'm going to try and propagate this when he gets a few more larger leaves, because I do love that begonia so much. I don't know the name of that one. And then here we have another begonia. This is a rescue as well, and he needs a little bit of maintaining, but he's coming back nicely. He's getting the coloration again. If I get a little bit closer, yeah, you can see his coloration is coming back really nicely. Unfortunately, there is only one growing point in this pot, but I'm not too bothered about that. And as he gets larger, it'll fill the pot back out. This one feels quite heavy. This one's actually done really well. Like, sorry, this is the Begonia Marmaduke, and again, yep, I did leave this one in the cell, but this one didn't seem to take any shock from transplanting. It kind of just continued cracking on, and he's grown nicely. The leaves are not getting massive yet, but he's got like a couple of growing points in there, which I'm really excited about. And I did actually take a cutting off of this already, so I have taken, yeah, I think I took the largest leaf off. That may be why he looks a little less impressive than before, but he's just going steady as well. He's not growing quick. Well, he looks like he's growing quickly, but I feel like that's just because he's got a lot more leaves than the others. But I just love this one so much, and the coloration on the underside of the leaves is really nice as well. So there's that one, and then I'm going to need to move the camera. Oh, I'll show these little propagations next. So these little propagations are from Emma Greenwood, and this is the Begonia immaculata, and all three of these little leaves here are brand new. This is the only original leaf he has left. So he's doing absolutely wonderfully, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he has 2 growth points in there. I don't know if you'll really be able to see them. Yeah, you can kind of see them in there, and it's doing amazingly, and I just love the pale coloration of that green. Such a lovely one. And then I have my Begonia Immaculata Wyetii, which is growing a lot slower. I'm not worried about this leaf. It has got a little bit of crispy going on, but it's rooted, and he does have a new shoot coming up there. That new shoot is growing very, very slowly. He does need watering, so I'm going to give him a water and then put him back into the propagator. But I just thought I'd show you that because this is going to be a full collection. So they're doing really nicely. And then I have my other Begonia propagations here, which I've posted on my Instagram recently, which you can find at PlantingMemories YT for YouTube. And then yeah, I was gonna point something out. Look, a lot of the leaves are actually coming through with coloration on now, so you can see, like, I don't know how well you can see, like the vibrant pink on there, and this one is getting that really fluorescent tone compared to the younger leaves that just had these like speckles. So that is super exciting, and that's grown so nicely. Next up, if I can make some space, I have more begonias propagations that were given to me by Emma again, and this one in the middle has absolutely exploded. He's got so many baby leaves coming up. And then I noticed this morning that this begonia actually has loads of leaves coming up, and it's pushing the moss out of the way. So you can just see that there. Oops. And then this guy under here is growing. I'm not sure how well you can see that. He's growing under there. And then it just seems like the Begonia Marmaduke is the last one to show any signs of growth, but it hasn't died, which means he's just working on his roots at the moment. But that is really good, and I keep this with a lid on it just to keep the humidity up and make sure it doesn't dry out, so it just stays like that, and it doesn't have any drainage. But yeah, you can see how I did that if you go back and watch the video where I did the plant trade, where Emma sent me loads of wonderful plants, which are still doing wonderfully, and I'm loving every single one of them. So I just have one more begonia, I believe, and then I think that's all. No, I've got 2 more. So next up, I have my one that I keep raving on about, my begonia. It's got an old leaf there. This is the Begonia Griffin. Let me move the camera back. And you can just see why I keep raving about it. He has got huge, he keeps growing. This one I did find thrips on in the beginning. Well, I think I saw like 1 or 2, but now I keep looking and he's absolutely clear of any pests, and he's got that wonderful new leaf coming through there, and it just, every time one leaf begins to finish opening, he'll send out a new one. So it's just doing really good, and I keep this under my 300-watt grow light, and he seems to do really fine. Like, I keep it like 3 foot away from it, so he seems to love that. So it's not too much bright light, but it's just enough apparently. Yeah, so I'm really, really happy with that. And then my last begonia I need to run down and grab because it's in the bathroom. And I've just realised that I forgot this little guy. So this is my Begonia Pollux with a P. And he's doing nicely. He didn't enjoy, you see this leaf, he didn't enjoy the neem oil. So his leaves have kind of gone a little bit weird. But he's doing good. That's just residue of some description. Nothing to worry about. I can't see any, no, there's no pests on here. So he's looking alright. Again, he's in his little cell, and the thing I found with when they're in their cells is that the soil doesn't dry out quick enough, because the roots are so limited to just that cell, that it stays wet for too long, and I think that has been having like a negative effect on this one. But he seems to be okay at the moment. He's got a new leaf coming up, so he's looking alright. He's growing, so he's trying his best. Right, and then I'm going to turn the camera around and carry on talking whilst it's facing me. Right, and then my last begonia, as you guys know, is this guy, which is my, I don't have his identification, he's just Begonia Rex to me, but he's doing amazing. That light is quite blinding, isn't it? He's just looking so good. And he's got a really nice like dying leaf in there that's like so pink that I'm leaving it in there because it looks really nice. So that, and his little flowers are looking so pretty. I like it when the flowers come out of the foliage, but he often flowers inside the foliage, so you can't actually see them. But that one's looking really pretty because, oh, and that one, because they're actually like standing out and asking to be looked at. So that one, definitely one of my all-time favorites, because it's just like such an established plant. Like, you often don't find begonias that established in garden centres. Like, you don't often get to see them at that like size. I mean, I've not often seen them at that size. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty proud of that one. Yeah, I love that. Right, so I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. If you guys have any inkling as to what my exciting news is, then definitely leave it in the comments. Or I think I may have let it slip to 1 or 2 of you, but yeah, it's up to you if you want to tell people. I don't mind. You can talk about it in the comments. So I will. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna come up with saying it. I'm not pregnant or anything, don't worry. So I'm not having a kid. But yeah, it's exciting, and it's about plants, and it's about plants that I'm not gonna continue, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one, and I'm really trying to come up with video ideas, so please, like, if you want to see anything, let me know in the comments, and I will most likely follow through with your suggestions. I do have a lot of plants that I need to update you guys with, but it's just getting around to doing it, or like coming up with the idea. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you all commenting, and it's really nice to kind of get that sort of support from you guys, so I really appreciate that, and I'll see you guys in my next video.